Yeah, this is Calvin with podcast number 22. I'm really messed up, y'all. This wow. My intent was to do a podcast this today because my friend called me and he was telling me about a situation that occurred that just showed how messed up things really are, and they're continuing. He's 62 years old, and he's driving a relative to the airport, and he gets pulled over by the police, and they tell him to get out of the car with his hands up, and they cursing at him and carrying on. And he said, what do you want? And he's just get out the damn car, and he gets out, and he puts his hands up, and he gets out, and they tell him, turn around, don't look at us, turn around. And he turns around, and he said, well, what's the problem, officer? What's happening? Shut the fuck up and back up towards us. And he starts backing up, and he said, but I just need shut the fuck up. And they put him in the car, as he's backing up, he said the only thing on his mind is, damn God, please don't let them put me on the ground, because he said he's thinking about the knee on his neck, and he said it's really messing up with his head, and he's scared, and he's calling the guy, God, please don't let them put me on the ground. And they put him in the car, and they do whatever they do, and they come back and they tell him that he can go. And he said, well, what happened? And they said the car that he's driving, which was his nephew's car, was seen at a protest march, and they're suspecting that he was a part of the riot that ensued, or whatever the case might be. So they had to stop the car. Um, and the thing was that's getting me is that 62 years old, black, which it's just really messed up, y'all. It's just totally messed up, and this is what he's going through, and he's traumatized and all that kind of stuff. And he calls me a few minutes ago, and he tells me that they just found his mother dead. Um, and and he got to deal with this, and um, y'all, it's just a really messed up situation, and we got to be there for each other. I am so glad he called me, but I am helpless. I called him back and said, man, what do you want me to do? You want me to ride with you? You want me to come there? Because he's in another state. um but he said, no, I'm taking care of that right now. And I could hear the pain and feel the what's going on with him. And it's just messed up, y'all. And the thing that I really want to stress, y'all, we got to talk to each other. We really got to talk to each other. I just don't understand why we don't communicate. I just don't get it. And even though this is a situation that is hurtful, and I feel helpless. It's just the fact that he called, that he reached out, just to share that information. He needed somebody to talk to, y'all. He just needed somebody to talk. And it wasn't but a couple of minutes, and he's crying, and he's telling me, Calvin, y'all, we got to do this. And it got to be situations where things aren't happening of that nature. It got to be situations where we just voluntarily just think about somebody and just give them a call. You know what I'm saying? We got sisters and brothers and mamas, and that ain't talking to each other. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I know how important it is, for us to feel that there's somebody in the whole world that we could talk to. You know what I'm saying? And we're not offering people that opportunity. People are hurting, y'all. People are really hurting. And and they ain't got nobody to call. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yeah, we got to do better than this. We got to do better than this. This is And like I said, you know, it ain't nothing I can do. He said, I called me. He said, man, I said, man, what you need me to ride with you? What you need me to do? He said, man, I'm taking care of it now. I'll keep in touch. You know, I'll keep you posted. You know, and oh man, we in a mess, y'all. You know, and look at all this life. You know, this is life. This is, I mean, it's so much good we can do. It's so many things that we can do. You know, in promoting this stuff. You know, these are people. You know, these are our loved ones. You know, they just trying to make it. Trying to make it, you know, and there's stuff going around all around these plants that we can deal with. You know, I'm growing this stuff, and now it's time. You know, this stuff is gonna pass. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming back. You know, and I'm gonna do my part to make sure that it does. You know, I'm gonna replant. It's just a whole lot of stuff to do. But I'm just saying that this is life, y'all. There's so much that we can do for each other, y'all. It's so much we can do with something as simple as staying in touch. Call people, y'all. Stay in touch with people. It's hard out here for everybody. All y'all going through stuff. Everybody's going through stuff. But we can go through it together, y'all. That's the objective. Like all it's all different stuff in there. Everything getting along, making it. You know what I'm saying? And we can do the same thing. We can do the same thing for one another, y'all. Let's stay in touch, y'all. Call some damn body. I holler.